You are welcome powerfully again to another class session at the Way Edu Consult. I want to continue with our discussion of commonly misunderstood words or expressions and some of them being fixed too. At the end of this class, you are also expected, just like as in others, to identify these commonly misunderstood words or expressions and discuss the appropriate usages, give the examples of the usages, and be able to answer them correctly in your exam. Join me as we continue with the discussion. Number 82 now, to continue from where we stopped in the last class. Envelope, envelope. Envelope without E after P is a verb, which means to cover something. He envelopes himself in a huge white towel. That is, covered up himself. But when you have envelope with E, like E after the P, then that one is the one that refers to a noun, which means that flat paper used for sending letters. That flat paper container where you put your letter into, right? Please see the letter in an envelope. So that is a noun. While the one without E is a verb, which means to cover something. Then we have fun, 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 fun. Look at the spelling, F-A-U-N. It means a god, the god of the woods, with a man's face and body, and a goat's legs and arm. So that is what we mean by fun. So it's like a mystical, deity or a god of the woods, right? That is what you have, fun. Then you have fun, one of F-A-W-N, which means to seek favor by flattery. By flattery, like maybe you have sycophants who they are praising someone who they know person is not doing well, but in order to extort or get something from the person, they begin to praise or sing the praise of the person. So these people are engaging in what we call fun as that. Then you have number 84, aid and aid. The one with E after D and the one without. The one with E after D is a noun, which means an officer who acts as an assistant to a more senior person, like media aid, like publicity aid, like different things. So someone, you must have heard of aid to the media aid, to the secretary, or to the speaker of the state, etc. You have that. Then AID, normal aid, it means to help someone. When you aid, it means to assist or to help someone. So that one is a verb. The next one is censor, censor. Censor, the first one, C-E-N-S-O-R, means an official responsible for the removal of objectable or sensitive content. Objectionable or sensitive content. When maybe someone has written a text or someone has produced a film, those who monitor or are responsible for removing anything that is not acceptable within a society, that is sensitive, that could cause war, that could cause problem or chaos in the society, or that are not appropriate based on the moral value of that society. So what the person has done is to censor that, C-E-N-S-O-R, and the person is also what? A censor. Then the one of S-E-S-U-R-E, censor, it means to criticize somebody severely or publicly. When you criticize someone without considering the feeling of the person, publicly or severely, you have censored the person. That is C-E-N-S-U-R-E. I believe you are not confusing with censors, right? C-E-N-S-U-S, censors means to count, right? Counting, official numbering of the people in a particular society. You have bathe and bath. Bathe and bath. Now, bathe is a verb. At least, have you bathed the baby yet? So when you want to refer to the action, the verb, you use bathe, the one with E after TH. Then the one without E after TH, bath. Now what that one is a noun. I wish to have or take a bath tonight. So means something like shower and all likes. You have appendix. Take note of the spelling appendix. It has two meanings, and each of the meanings will have its own plural. For instance, when you refer to a small bag of a tissue that's attached to the large intestine in the human body, the plural is appendices. Appendices. Can you see appendixes? You have X-E-S. Just add E-S to that appendix. Are we together? When it means that large, small bag of tissue attached large intestine. But when it means it's a section of a particular work giving extra information at the end of a book or document, the plural is appendices, like CES. CES. That's in after you have written a report or you have written a project or a thesis. At the end of it, you have appendices. That is a list of extra things, give extra documents for extra information, or where you get the original data from. That is, so please take note of that. When you have expressions that require you to pick either of the two, you know the correct one to go for. Collusion and collision. Collusion means secret agreement, especially in order to do something dishonest or trick people. So the verb form of collusion will mean to collude. So when some people conspire, they agree in order to do something dishonest or tricky, you have collusion, and both or people involved collude. Past tense, colluded. Are we together? Then collision. Collision. Please take note of that. Collision. When you have strong disagreement between two people, there is collision. When there is a disagreement, there is collision or of an opinion or ideas. Or it also means when two vehicles crash into each other or two people crash, there is a collision. Collision, and those people collided. Altogether, collided means, form of opposition, crashing to each other, cause it's more of negative. Why? It's negative and it leads to destruction. But when you have collusion, that is also negative, but secret agreement, in order to trick people or to cheat people or in a dishonest manner. We have artist, then we have artist. Artist. Take note of E after artist. After T, after ST, you have STE. Then without E. When you are referring to a professional entertainer, such as a dancer, a singer, an actor, it's a common error even in many formal organizations. You have artist, it's E after it. That singer is not an artist. Artist, there is E after it. That dancer, that actor, that performer is an artist. But when you refer to an artist, someone who creates work of art like painting, like drawing, these artistic presentations like a form of visual presentations, then you have artist without E. Are we together? Don't forget the use of BEN, BING. When you have have, has, and had before the choice of BEN and BING, you are going to go for BEN, has been, have been, and had been. But when what precede be verb that you want to use, and you have to pick between these two, when what precede them is is, am, was, are, and were, that is the other first 5 be verbs or verb to be, then you are going to go for ing. Is been, and been, was been, have been, and were been. You have at times. At times, it is wrong to write a phrase together as you have in this second one. It is wrong as this. The correct form is at times. They are to be written separately. Are we together? So that is what we are referring to there. Round off and round up. When you round off, you end the meeting, you end the conversation, you end the discussion. Right? That is what it means to round off. So having spent 5 hours, the principal rounded off the discussion. Are we following? So that is ended the discussion, put on an end the conversation or the meeting. On the other hand, round up used to mean to arrest. When you round up, you arrest, you surround something. The police rounded up the thieves yesterday in a bungalow. But as a noun used to mean summarize. We will be back after the break with a roundup of yesterday's other stories. When you mean to summarize, right, you can use round up too. Round up means to summarize too. Number 93, agree with, agree on, then agree about, agree to. To agree with is used with somebody. You agree with Edwin. He agreed with Edwin about the need to change. So when it involves person, so we agree with. You agree on or agree about something with someone. When it involves somebody, you agree with the person. When it is about something, right, or an issue, So you agree on something, you agree about the thing, right? So do we all agree on this? Are we all agreed on this? She agreed about the matter. When you agree to something, it's used to say yes to something. We agreed to meet on Sunday. We all said yes to that thing. So saying yes to something is agree to. Thank you for listening. And the subsequent class, you're going to still learn many other things as far as misconstrued expressions are concerned. Thank you for watching again, and God bless you.